Hey, how's everybody doing? Looks like we have a great crowd here tonight. My name is Mike. I'm from Jersey. In Jersey, we lead the nation in 3 categories: property taxes, diners, and the number of guys tied up riding around in the trunk of a car. My wife and I, we just recently celebrated our 15-year wedding anniversary. And thank God I have a great marriage. You know, a good marriage takes work, and it's kind of like a soup. Yeah, that's right, like a soup. You need some key ingredients simmered over time. So one thing that's very important is to make your wife feel special. So once a month, I send my wife out to the spa for a beauty treatment. When I was a kid growing up, however, they didn't have spas. Things were much simpler. If you wanted to make your wife feel special, you sent her to the beauty parlor. Anybody know the difference between a spa and a beauty parlor? Anybody? Anybody? This guy over, yeah, $300. It's also very important to have good humor in a marriage. Every time I get undressed, my wife starts cracking up. Communication, now that's key. It's very important. If there's something bothering you, something on your mind, that you want to speak to your wife about it, you should go ahead and have that conversation as soon as you get permission. Also, communication, it's very important. If you're having an argument, always try to get the last words with your wife. Like, yes dear, or I'm sorry. Anybody hear the president's speech the other night? Wasn't too contentious. Didn't stir up much controversy. But right before that, he said something that was very controversial. He said he wished more people would come here from places like Norway and not those shithole countries. This caused a lot of consternation in the population. Me personally, I was glad he brought up the word shithole. You don't hear it much anymore. You hear pit, you hear dump, you hear pigsty. The word shithole kind of went in the closet. I'm glad he brought it back to the forefront. Because in Jersey, there's so many opportunities to use the phrase shithole. Thank you. You know, this is not my first marriage. I was married once before. My first wife, she was cheap. How cheap was she? She was so cheap she could squeeze a nickel till the buffalo shit. My new wife, now I got the opposite problem. She spends like there's no tomorrow. She's killing me. She's breaking my balls. So you know what I did? I stopped her check from going to the bank. Now we have half of it sent to Amazon and the other half goes to the mall. We just built a new house recently, my wife and I. Boy, were we happy to get in there. Number one, because the house is beautiful. But number two, just to get out of the place that we were renting. You should have seen that joint. Now that was a real shithole. So there's a new wave sweeping the country. Marijuana legalization. Although it's more like a cloud than a wave. So far, 28 states and the District of Columbia have legalized pot. This might help explain some of the behavior coming out of Washington these days. So the first state to legalize the happy tobacco was Colorado. This adds a whole new meaning to the phrase Rocky Mountain High. So since Colorado legalized it in the year 2013, there's been a lot of studies done on the pros and the cons. And as you can imagine, there's good news and then there's bad news. So the good news is the state of Colorado has earned $850 million in new tax revenue. That's almost $1 billion back to the state. The bad news is they forgot where they put the money. Thank you very much. Everyone have a great evening. Good night and God bless.